Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to our Canucks GM mode. So, in last episode, we simmed the remainder of the regular season, and we did not make the playoffs again as expected. We finished getting the ninth overall pick in the 2018 draft. Before we start that, though, I'd like to make a pretty big trade. Reason being is Eric Goodbranson and Christopher Tanev, both of them at the end of last season, like the last half of it, they only put up 5 points in the remaining like 40 something games. As well, they were -7 each, and they haven't been producing as of recent. So, and Goodbranson's got a lot of trade value, and Tanev as well. So it's gonna make a good package deal. So we're gonna send those two to the Anaheim Ducks, as Anaheim wants both of them because Anaheim's listed as a contender. So in exchange, we are going to get Timothy Liljegren. I know it's kind of unrealistic because he's a young prospect, but the Ducks probably want to win the cup now since they have Getzlaf and Perry, and they want to retire soon. So we're gonna get Timothy Liljegren, and we're also gonna throw in Shea Theodore. As you see, it's still balanced heavily on their side. So I'm going to also see if I could get their first overall, or not first overall pick, their first round pick, this is the 28th pick in the draft. I know this trade does go through, and we're going to give up our third for this year as well. So we're basically moving up in the draft to get their 28th spot, and then we're giving Tanev for Theodore, and Goodbranson's basically for Liljegren, because Liljegren's a good prospect. He's going to play in the AHL though this season, because I did try this before, and he grew to as like a 75, so he'll be in the AHL this year with Nolan Patrick. I know we're going to run into cap problems probably down the road, but I want to bolster the defense, and Liljegren's perfect for that because he's another two-way defender like Hugh Levy, but he's right-handed instead of left-handed, so the two of them could play on one defensive core. Shea Theodore, we're going to probably signed to like a 2-year deal or something, nothing huge, but hopefully we keep him for a while. So as you can see, it's considered a done deal. So there we go. We're basically changing the entire identity of the Canucks. There's only a few people that have been here since the beginning still, so I'm gonna quickly just save that, and then we're gonna go on to the draft. At the draft, probably we'll be looking for some wingers, potentially, just because we have already our good top two centers in Nolan Patrick and Bo Horvat, and then defensively we're pretty good. Goaltending wise, we have Thatcher Demko, so let's start up the draft and see what we could go after at our spot. So, okay, so the scouted players, let's just see what goes in the top 10. So Smith, I don't know who that dude is. Ty Smith, Ryan Merkley, Rasmus Dallin. Not gonna get any of those guys, obviously. Dellandrea, another two-way guy, but is this centerman? I don't know if he's left, maybe I'll take him, but I'd rather have a winger. But there's not a lot of wingers that go in the top 10. Joe Veleno's up there as well. Okay, so yeah, we're going to just leave it like that. And we're going to sim the first 3 picks, see what happens. So Roberts goes to Boston. Calgary gets Smith. And the Islanders go with Ryan Merkley. Colorado gets Rasmus Dallin. That's nice of them. Coxhead, high top 9. That's kind of interesting. And okay, Veleno just went, so we can't get Veleno. And oh damn it, Dellandrea just went to Edmonton. So let's see what we could go after. So there's Kemp still, and then there's a goaltender. Oh yeah, I did try this draft before, and the goaltender turns out to be pretty good. It's like a high starter, but I just don't know if I want to go after that. So there's center playmaker, high bottom 6. This guy's probably another high top 9. And then here's the goaltender, Alexis Gravel. You know, let's just bring him in. Maybe he doesn't turn out to be as good as we expect. There you go. So now we have 2 really good goaltending prospects, 2 good defensive players, and a couple good offensives. So let's sim to user pick since we have another first round pick from the Ducks. And once we're done this draft, we're just going to do the re-sign stage, and then free agency will be next episode, so you guys could let me know what you want me to sign and stuff like that. Okay, so the 27th pick, it's not the 28th. Let's see what we could get. So there's a centerman, 2-way forward. This guy might be like a bottom 6 player. There's also Sutter, Lundstrom. This guy's listed as a high bottom 6, so this guy might be better. Chris Wyman. Yeah, let's go with Chris Wyman. Because we need some wingers. Medium top 9, that's pretty good actually, considering there's AHL players going now in the draft, so that was a nice pick. So let's sim to our next pick, which is in the 2nd round, and then we don't have a 3rd round pick this year because that was part of that big trade. Okay, so let's see. Who's this Coley guy? Center playmaker, no thank you. Sam Hood, no, we have a lot of left wing snipers, we don't really need them. Samuel Bitton, 2-way forward. Yeah, let's go with this dude, maybe for our bottom 6. Ooh, another medium top 9, nice. So this guy could be a 3rd line center for us, and he's 2-way, so that's good because he'll be good defensively probably. Okay, let's sim to user pick again, so this will be the 4th round. We have a lot of defensive players, 22 out of 14 it says, so we shouldn't draft any more defensive players at this draft. We're probably going to have to release some of them in free agency, or well, in re-sign stage. Walton, let's see what this dude, left wing power forward, we already have a lot of power forwards. Shannon, another playmaker. El Salvatore, another playmaker. We could always take another goalie just for backup, maybe. I don't know about goaltenders. Let's see. Arnott, playmaker. Any 2-way type of dudes. 2-way defenseman. I want a 2-way forward. Oh, there's one. Krekula. Simon Krekula. This guy's already 20 though, so he might be AHL bound right away. Depends on his overall. Medium AHL top 6 forward. It's not too bad, I guess. Considering it's the 4th round. I don't think he'll ever play for our NHL team, but I could be wrong with that. 5th round pick now. Let's see what we could get. Maximov. Another 2-way forward. This guy seems pretty good. Yeah, let's go with Kirill Maximov. Welcome to the Vancouver Canucks. So another medium AHL top 6. So I guess we're getting some good players to play on our AHL club maybe down the road. 6th round pick. We're almost done this draft. So happening, another 2-way guy, Finnish player, 20 years of age though. S. Noel, Saron Noel. This guy's, oh, okay, never mind. I don't want him. He's kind of another power forward, which we have a lot of. 2-way forward. Let's go with this dude, Swedish 2-way forward, center guy again. AHL top 6 again. And our 7th round pick, because I believe we still have it. Yes, we do. Okay, let's see what's this do. Another 2-way guy. Kirilli, this guy, no. Clark, Cody Clark. What's this guy's name? Kevin Ball. Carter. Cole Carter. Ben Evans. I'm gonna go with this Finnish guy, I think. Yeah, Ido Luostarainen. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Another medium AHL top 6. So we're getting a lot of good AHL players, but it's not the strongest draft. So our 1st round pick was that goaltender. That's just in case we want to go a different way other than Thatcher Demko for the rest of his career. And then we got Wyman, Bitton, who are medium top 9s, and then a few AHL players and all the rest of those guys. So not too bad. Okay, so let's into the resign stage. I'm going to show you who have to resign, and I'm also going to show you the guys that we drafted and see what their overalls are like. So, who do we have to resign this season? Starting with the RFAs. Okay, not sorting like that. Sorting like this. UFAs actually starting first. So Hansen and Boyle, those guys are probably going to be gone. We're probably going to just release them because we're going to need roster spots, though, available for like Alex Tuck, who's going to be NHL ready, and a few other guys. So these guys are probably going to be off the team. Or they will be off the team, I should say. Anton Rodin could be kind of a depth guy for us, as he's an 80 now. Philip Larson and Bega might come back as depth for the NHL. These guys, at least Rodrigo could play in the AHL. These two dudes, I think I'll release. Goaltenders, Richard Backman, we might just get him back for the minors. No RFA goalies. So RFA players, we need to re-sign Stetcher, Theodore, Triamkin. So 3 big defensive players on our team. Jake Vertanen, Sven Berchi, Mikhail Granlund, I think that is their name. No, Marcus Granlund. Jason Zucker, we're probably going to release because we need more roster spots open. Kevin Fiala, Nemesnikov, Reed Boucher. We're going to release probably Reed Boucher, and Cole Castles will be in the NHL this season, more than likely. And now let's look at our unsigned guys. So prospect-wise, so Wyman's a 67 out of the draft. That's pretty nice. Guys, look at his individual stats. Askloff, 65 out of the draft, not too bad. Alvins is up to a 65 and he's only 18. But look at that discipline, 91. It's pretty crazy. And he's also got 89 durability, a few other good stats. Hopefully he grows more. Krekula is a 64 out of the draft. Larionov's grown. Lustrainen 62. Ronsberg has grown. Owen Tippett's up to a 62, so he's not AHL ready yet, but probably next season. A coin. Maximov is a 59. Bitten is a 52, so this guy has to grow a lot. He's kind of like Owen Tippett in that sense. Titus 52, so Titus hasn't grown at all, I don't think. He was a 7th round pick last year, so might be a bust there. And let's see, the goaltender, 59 out of the draft, but he's 18, so he's got a lot of room to grow, but there's his individual stats as of right now. I'm hoping he becomes something huge. Maybe he turns into a low elite or something. But anyways, let's get on with the resign stage. I'm going to sign the players and get back to you guys in a second. Okay guys, so we should have got everybody back, so let's press advanced day, see if anybody rejected. So Shea Theodore is back for a couple years. I'll show you the contracts afterwards. Nemesnikov's back. Larson, Rodin, Trampkin, Stetcher, Barchi, Granlund. Pretty much everybody should be back. Any rejections? Nope. Okay, so let's just make sure we got everybody back, and then I'll show you also what the contracts are now. Okay, so any UFA players at all? No. Any RFA goalies? No. And oh yeah, these dudes, we have to sign these guys for the AHL club, but let's see. So Cedarholm, yeah, I'll get Cedarholm back. And Nilsson for the AHL club. Sotner, I'm gonna release though. So there you go. I'll show you the contracts in a quick second. Okay, so also at free agency, I think I know what we want to go for. So if you guys want to tell me what you see that you want us to sign, let me know. So like, I think we need a first line left winger maybe to play on our top 6 for now. Maybe on a couple year deal, like a 2-year deal, nothing huge. Or a right winger or something like that that could play alongside of Bo Horvat. Just for a bit, because we have a pretty good first line and center. At least we need more wingers and stuff like that, because Let's see. So main roster centers. So currently 1, 2, 3, 4. Our center core looks pretty good. But then again, Mikhail Granlund's gonna play on the wings. So basically, our fourth line center might be an 80 or so. And let's see. Left wingers. Yes, your left wing's pretty weak. 83, 82, 82, 79. So we might need to pick up a top line left winger that's like an 86. And then right wings or a right winger, because we only have these guys. Well, Tuck is going to be probably NHL ready, but yeah, we could use a winger of some sort. Defensively, though, we are pretty solid, so we don't need any more defensemen. And then goaltending, we should be fine as well. So that's that. Let's just into free agency, and we'll see what's available. And if you guys see anything that I should go after, just go nuts in the comments and let me know what I should go after. Our AHL club, we should stack it up as well, kind of, because we have Nolan Patrick and Liljegren playing down there this year. We want them to succeed. So, okay, let's see what's available. So let's sort by certain positions. So centers, and let's get it off RFAs. Let's just make it UFAs, because I don't need any RFAs currently. So we don't really need any centers, but if we want to get any of these guys for the AHL, like say get Mike Richards, Chip Chura, that's our player. Like, we have $28 million in cap space, so technically we could get almost anybody. But if we want to get those guys for the AHL club, that's what we could do. Left wingers, UC Jokinen's not a bad player, but he's kind of old, so don't really want him. Marcus Foligno's an 83. Evander Kane might not be that bad to go after. He wants 3 years though. At 5.9. He'd be good to get for that first line to play with Bo Horvat, but I don't know if we want to bring him in at all. But once again, let me know with that, guys. Right wingers, there's Cam Atkinson, who's my favorite player. We could always go after for our first line, just for like a year or two. He wants 3 years as well. Then there's also Patrick Hornquist, who's a bit older but wants more money. Yannick Hansen's still there, so I don't know. I don't really want to bring in Hansen still, though, because of his age. Defensively, even though we have a good defensive core, there's the free agents. If anybody wants to choose out something for the AHL club, because we do need stuff for the AHL, I think, if we want them to win. And goaltending wise, we should be fine as well. Well, actually, did Ryan Smith? Oh yeah, Ryan Miller retired this year, so we do need a backup goalie probably. Or wait, no, Thatcher Demko should be backup anyways. Yeah, I think Thatcher Demko will be ready, so we don't necessarily need a goalie, but we could always get a better backup goalie or a better starting goalie for the AHL club than that Shores guy who's like a 40-something overall. But yeah, so that's what's available, guys. Other than that, I think we should be fine for next episode. Let's just quickly check the progress reports, because I keep meaning to do that, but I don't. So, modified. So Cole Castles is growing a lot, so he should be NHL bound. Bo Horvat's growing, so he's a 90 overall now. Jordan Subban could be in the NHL club as well next season as like a top 6 defenseman probably. Kevin Fiala's growing, Jacob's growing, so we have a lot of young players growing. Let's see, in the system, anybody... Let's see, anybody that's good. Oh wait, we should check actually what's his name. Well, there's Liljegren, 73 overall, so yeah, he might not be NHL bound next season. Like I said, I think I saw him get to a 75 by next season. He's not very physical, but whatever. Tuck, yeah, he's gonna be NHL ready as he's an 81. So that's nice. Where is it? Oh, there's Balsers. He's also gonna be maybe NHL bound in the next 2 seasons, 75 overall. Pretty nice. And Nolan Patrick, I just saw it. God damn it, I didn't mean to press P. Nolan Patrick, I saw he was growing as well, which is good. Don't know if he's going to be NHL bound next season. So he's a 77, so he could potentially be in the NHL or in the AHL. I think he doesn't get higher than a 79 at the moment, so he'll probably be in the AHL club unless you guys want me to play him next season. That could. But other than that, that's going to do it, guys, for this episode of Canucks GM Mode. So in next episode, we'll do free agency, and we'll also do the part of the season simulation. So thanks, guys, for watching. See you guys next time.